Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Michael's Corner. Happy New Year's to you all. This is the first episode of Michael's Corner of 2023. Before I bring in my guests tonight, I have to bring this up because I wouldn't be doing my job as an interviewer if I didn't bring this up. So, y'all, you guys have heard the news of Jason Strife's passing. Oh my goodness. I didn't know him that well enough, so Jason was one of the wrestlers, best wrestlers in the world. Um, I tell ya, I'm just absolutely speechless. Jason Strife. Anybody that knows him well enough, better than I do, knows what kind of great guy he was in the back and as a person. So, I want to do this moment of silence. We're going to do this moment of silence, and then I will bring on my guest this evening, Matthias. So let's just take a moment of silence, and then I will bring on my guest. Oh, shut up, Jesse. I will bring him on when I'm ready. Thank you. Now, without a further ado, let's bring on Matthias so Jesse can shut his mouth. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing you, Jesse. So, hey, how's it going, Matthias?
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you are presented with the APW World Heavyweight Champion, the man from every woman's greatest dream and every man's worst nightmare, North Dakota's number one heel, Matthias.
So, I gotta tell you, how was your holidays?
Well, you know, snowy, cold, and snowy.
Mhm.
But thankfully, I was able to get home for a couple of the days and spend a little time with some family, as everybody has every right to do during the holiday season. And then I had to get right back before a storm annihilated me down here in Fargo.
Yeah, I can tell you, we got hit hard in Minneapolis. We
Oh,
got hit hard. 12 inches of snow. Are you kidding me?
Christ. Don't
Jesus.
remind.
Yeah.
May I say, before we continue on, that was very, very respectful of you to do for Jason Strife today. I honor you for that. And I also wanted to announce, of course, rest in peace to another man who I know who died recently in the wrestling business by the name of Damon Knight, who
Oh
just
my God. Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
who is believed to have died of a heart attack, not confirmed, But, got to say rest in peace to both of them. Absolutely.
Yes, I agree. I was like you, I was very close to Damon Knight. He was there for me after my mother had passed and whatnot. And I saw him at a wrestling show. When I told him about that, he told me that, Michael, I am so freaking sorry about your loss. If there's anything I can do, just message me anytime. And I did that. And gosh, I'm gonna miss him. In
Yeah.
fact, I miss him already. Oh my God.
Yeah, with the shocking news. Well, the thing was, I found out about both of them on Facebook, and to figure out a former tag team partner of mine had passed was rough. But then to find out about Jason through Facebook when I was sitting there at work was not easy to take. And then I got to play the 10-bell salute for both of them that night. So.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I was at a wrestling show. I was at the MIW. I don't know if you heard of Minnesota Independent Wrestling.
Of
I
course.
was at a show in Chanhassen when somebody kept on calling me, and it's like, you guys, I'm at a freaking wrestling show, so I can't take your calls and whatnot. So I was like, oh my God, when I saw that text message during intermission of Damon Knight had passed, oh my God, I was shocked. Very, very shocked.
Yeah, that's the one thing that sucks about being, a human. You never know when your time's going to come, and you never know when you're going to lose somebody that's important to you. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's get on with this interview because I got some questions for you to ask.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Well, my first question to you is, how did you get your start in wrestling?
Well, funny story about all this. So, I didn't know about wrestling until, I always heard about my uncle talking about, what was it? I'm trying to think of the wrestler he always talked about. It was interesting. He would always say this warrior, or he was talking about the Ultimate Warrior and somebody else. I think he was talking about the Road Warriors, and he would always talk about these two wrestlers always competing and talking about WrestleMania and all this stuff. And I kind of passed it off since I was like 5 years old, and I had no idea what he was talking about. Mm-hmm. Then one day, I was searching through my TV guide, and I saw WWE Monday Night Raw, all in capital letters. And as a young lad, I found the adult channels on DirecTV at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got intrigued as to figure out what this would be. And then the first thing I find is Edge and Lita having sex in the middle of the ring.
Oh my God.
And that immediately catches my eye. And I say, if this is what's on this TV show at 7 o'clock at night, I'm going to continue watching every week. And then, of course, the first rivalry I ever got to see was John Cena and Edge. And I believe that was one of John Cena's greatest rivals throughout the history of his career, bar none, at that time. And then I went to college, and a man by the name of Mercer Sage, who I got in contact with through my class, said, hey, I own wrestling promotion, and I'm always looking for new workers, new wrestlers. Do you want to come and train with me? And I said, absolutely. And I got in the ring, and I took my very first bump, and fell in love ever since, and that's how I got my start in wrestling.
Okay. Now, Jesse, just put in the comments, remember when Michael challenged you?
Yeah, trust me. I don't ever forget a challenge. Unfortunately, you cannot challenge me for my current title unless you earn that opportunity, which my current opponent here in 3 weeks still hasn't earned, but we can talk about that in a little bit. I lost my Diamond title, unfortunately, at the last Elite Wrestling Initiative show because I got screwed out of it. So let's just say when you screw Matthias out of a beautiful championship title that he worked his ass off to earn, and you will no longer walk. And what the promoter is what I wish I could do to every opponent, and I smashed his knee between the steps, and he can no longer walk on his left leg.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. And I gotta tell you, you're gonna be one busy person this month
Absolutely.
because you have a title defense coming up, right? You want to tell everyone what's your upcoming show and who you're defending your title against with?
Well, first off, I will announce a couple of other programs as of this Saturday. Yes, in 2 days. I will be going to Mandan, North Dakota, where I will be competing in a match called the Royal Purge, where anything and everything is legal, including weapons and blood and violence. And I am so excited to get my hands on the person who took my championship from me. Because, as I said in my last post, there will be blood. And I'm excited to spill the blood of every opponent in that match. But I digress. And then 2 weeks later, I go to Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, where I take this beautiful APW World Heavyweight Championship, and I defend it against a man who's been riding my coattails ever since he stepped foot in the industry of professional wrestling, Bullet Bronson. And not only is it a title defense, no. It is title versus mask.
Wow.
No holds barred. So when I get my hand raised for that 3 count, I get to rip Bullet Bronson's mask off, add it to my collection, and not only will the people see the man that was hiding behind that mask for the past year, they're going to see the execution of Bullet Bronson's entire career.
Oh, wow. Jason Davin, wherever the hell his name is, says Matthias is in my dreams, not in my nightmares.
Well, listen here, Redbeard. I guess if you are a female, if you claim for yourself to be a female, that's all fine by me. It's 2023. You can never change that anymore. Hell, I have people at the windbreak, women going into the men's room, and the second we tell them to get the hell out, they're like, I'm a male. It's like, no, you're not. Get your ass out. Anyway, so if he wants to dream about me, more so to it. But I guess I'm the man from his dreams too. I guess no joke.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Jesse saying, who would you win a match between the System versus Matthias?
Well, I'll tell you what, Sir Jesse, as if you don't follow me already, me and the System in Below Zero Wrestling are members of a gang called the Slice Guys. And what that means is we come out together and we're good friends. But if Midwestern All-Stars Wrestling wants to book a match between the System and I, well, the System's got nice hair, I'll admit that, but he doesn't have the strength, he doesn't have the size. He would be one of the tougher opponents, I must say, that I would probably ever face in the world of pro wrestling, because I have seen him compete, and he is very talented, and him and I have very similar battle strategies. But my strength and my superior skills and my size compared to him, I think one big boot will take the facial hair off, cut the Ric Flair style hair, and we'll go 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and speaking of the devil, Bullet Bronson says, enjoy your last few weeks as champ.
You see, Michael, I've announced this multiple times because it's the God's to honest truth. Bullet Bronson, for being 5'8", nothing really can open his mouth wide, not only to speak such a big game for how small he is, but to hit the big, hairy, gross, wrinkly bottom of man pretty Greg Hurts in his mouth. He was kissing up. Because as everybody says, everybody claims that me and Pete King are together and yes, we may be investor and investment because he gives me the big bucks to come take his gold and to retain it. But no one wants to claim that Bullet Bronson is Man Pretty's little boy. You see, he doesn't even have to bend over that far to kiss the cheeks of Greg Hurts, but he did it because Greg Hurts was the one that asked him if he wanted a shot at this title. And Bullet Bronson signed the death warrant. The second he said, I want Matthias, he signed his own death certificate. And Greg Hurts gets to watch in first-person view as I eliminate the career of his little boy, January 28th in Chippewa.
And All Out Pro Wrestling even says that Bullet has a lot to kiss.
Yeah, he sure does. He sure does. He's been doing that all his entire career because, Bullet likes to talk the big game, but this is his first big match. Him and I have already competed one-on-one against each other at Time Bomb Pro in Grand Forks, and yes, he may have gotten the 1-2-3 roll-up on me. That was just a fluke. And then he decided to take me on at WGW in Chisholm, Minnesota. So he decided to do that. And not only did I crush him 1-2-3 in the middle of that ring, he couldn't even walk out of it. And his number one fan and his supposed wife and kid needed to carry him to the back. And then when I saw him go to the parking lot, what did I do? I saw an opportunity knocking at the door. So what did I do? I smashed his head into the glass window and I stole his identity.
Oh, wow.
I took the mask that Bullet Bronson held so very dearly. I ripped that sucker off his head, and it's actually sitting in my wrestling bag, preparing to be added to the collection come January 28th.
Oh, wow. And I gotta say, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that's a nice championship belt. It looks good on you.
Oh my God, look at this beauty. This thing is
cool. Yeah.
And when I got to retire Mr. Shane Foster to take this, that was the opportunity of my career that I took. And man, just like Edge, the ultimate opportunist, my guy. One shot was all it took with the title belt. One shot to the back of the head. 1, 2, 3. And you're and soon still reigning, defending, undisputed APW champion Matthias.
Yeah. I gotta tell you that Pete King, I don't know what he did, but I gotta tell you that is a great championship belt. That is great. It was perfectly made and everything.
And as Pete just decided to comment, the APW belt is my pride and joy, and I don't plan to lose that anytime soon.
Well, you better not. Shoot.
Trust me, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
So far, nobody has interrupted you. That's good because if they did, we'll put them on the spot.
Well, I'm actually just really glad that for one time I could be on a show and nobody decides to interrupt the champion. That's the one time I've actually been shown a little bit of respect, not only by you on this show, but nobody's interrupted. And that's new to me. So everybody making your little comments, but not trying to interrupt, I appreciate it. But if you do try to come on this show, I promise you, you're going to get the tongue lashing you wish your mother would have gave you back when you were a child.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm gonna let you have it too. I'll let you call them out too. Shoot. Yeah. That's right. It is all about Matthias.
It's all about the champ.
All about the champ. So, let me ask you this, because I did, when I first saw you, I was a little bit, I did call you out, but I was just being in Michael mode and whatnot, because at that time I didn't know who you was, and until I got on to Indie Talk, and I just like called you out, but now all of a sudden, now I see who you are and whatnot, and I gotta say, you're not that bad of a person, and I'm not just saying that either.
Well, as I tell everybody in this world, Matthias only targets the people that pisses him off, that says the wrong thing, that decides to open their fugly mouth when it's not supposed to be open. Whereas you'll get the good side of me. I'll treat you with the ultimate respect. That's what I'll do. If you respect me, I respect you. You give me the respect, I will give you respect. As you're looking at me right now, you see the true talent. Nobody else wants to see it. And when they want to find out, they can meet me in the center of that ring. And I'll show them exactly what Matthias can do. Because when Matthias comes out there, anything is on the line. Anything goes. And I'm more than willing to cheat, to break your body, just like I did to Mercer Sage King Sage last show, because he decided to screw me out of my EWI Diamond Championship. So what did I do? I didn't care about a victory. I told him to get his fat rear end in the middle of that ring. And what did I do? Clunked him right in the back of the head, rolled him out of the ring, took his braced left leg, and I smashed it in between those steps. And when I walked to the back, he couldn't even stand. And there are people that had to pick him up just to put him in a chair to take him out back for the ambulance to look at him. Because here's the thing. You want to stick your nose in the champ's business, that's all fine and dandy. But I hope you're preparing for the consequences, because hell will come with me, and I will get what I want. And if that's your corpse on a silver platter, then so be it. Because when I get to spill your blood, feel your bones break underneath my hands, that's all the satisfaction I need.
Mm-hmm. And I can see that Bully Bronson wants to come in, but no, we're not having it today. Not on my watch. He could try to go, join live on Indie Talk with you guys and whatnot. But when it's Michael's corner,
Nope. And man, the respect is not only taken with a grain of sand, but is also returned. I want the proper amount of respect that you've shown me as champion.
Yeah. And you know something? I was talking to Pete about this, and I told him that one of these days, if the weather cooperates, I would like to get down there so that I can see you wrestle in person, because I haven't seen you wrestle in person just yet.
Well, I know for a fact that MAW in the cities is interested in booking me. So if I ever get booked again with MAW, I will definitely give you a heads up.
Yeah, give me a heads up and whatnot, and I'll try to make it out there. But
And I'll sign something beautiful for you. And you know what? You can even take a picture with my beautiful championship title.
and I'm no stranger when it comes to that, taking photos with the title belt. So,
You show me the respect. You get to touch my baby for a little bit.
oh, and Bully Bronson said, "That's okay. I'm patient. I'm gonna get my title and get the respect that I deserve." Yeah, right.
Okay, Bullet, I'm going to tell you this right now. You know, you signed up to your own little death match. You signed up for your retirement match when not only did you want to put your hands on me, but you agreed to a no holds barred because you already know of my past when anything goes on the line. I've bled, I've sweat, I've cried, I've done everything in the middle of that ring. I have shed bone, skin, blood, any liquid you could think about of mine has been in that ring. And I am not afraid to shed more. And as a matter of fact, I cannot wait to repeat what happened in WGW and watch your wife cry her eyes out while trying to comfort your little child while I'm mercilessly beating you down hit by hit. And as a matter of fact, don't let your wife bring your kids' toys around because I might just break them over your fugly little face.
Mm-hmm. I see that Pete wants to join in. I will let him join in, but not that Bully Bronson. My goodness.
You know what? If my investor wants to join, give him a little 5 minutes on the show.
Yeah, I'll give him 5 minutes, but except for that Bully Bronson, I will not give him any minutes.
You ain't looking to start nothing tonight. This is a respectful show.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can bring him on. Pete, hey.
Look who it is, my investor, Pete King.
We were just talking about you, Pete, and I gotta tell you, I like that championship belt.
That was a belt that I designed just for the champion.
Mm-hmm.
And, I went through a lot of, hours and hours of designing that title. And I think it turned out pretty good.
Oh, it looked gorgeous, especially around my shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So.
Oh my God! What disrespect by Bullet Bronson. Michael is a real life heel, and the Grinch just joined.
Heels rule and losers like Bullet Bronson just drool because they're so. It's just sickening, Mike. It's really sickening how the jealousy, like the Mark attitude, comes out when he wants to use that term with somebody who has shown me nothing but respect. And if you want to join in on the little investment here with Pete and I'm going to make sure you make a little special appearance one time so we can put our hands on Bullet Bronson. I'll even let you hit the first chair shot. You know what? I'll let you spill his blood first, and then I'll watch you.
Yeah, I'll be at ringside for that match anyway. So, yeah, I got to protect my investment. Although he doesn't need any protection because, he's the champion.
Yeah.
But
Matthias,
with Bullet Bronson, with his short stature, he's always looking up. to Matthias.
Yeah.
So he'll never.
You got to beat a midget down. You got to look down at while you're kicking him.
Yeah. And like I said, Pete, Bullet Bronson keeps on sending me invitations to join this live stream. No, I'm not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Because this show is about you, me, and now Pete.
Yeah.
That guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man that everybody should look up to, and Bullet Brunson already does anyways, because he's looking up. But it's Matthias. I mean, he's earned that title, and come January 28th, he's going to successfully defend that title and show the whole world who Bullet Bronson really is.
And I can see that Bullet Bronson's always running his mouth. He said, "You already lost once. You're going to lose again." Yeah, right.
I mean, you see again in the process, if he's not going to lick the lips of Greg Hertz, he was doing it to the ref in time bomb, because the time bomb ref my left shoulder was up. It was clearly up when he got the roll up. He counted the 3. I already kicked out, but he gave the win to Bullet because he felt bad for how badly I was beating him down, because he knew Bullet had no chance. But in WGW, the ref actually showed me the proper respect and called the match right down the middle. I kicked his, just kicked his head right off. 1, 2, 3. And then I took the mask, and it's been sitting in my bag ever since, August of last year? 7 months now that thing's been sitting in my bag.
Wow.
You might want to get that. You might want to get that bag fumigated or something, or
it's probably it's got a few bugs, but you know what? I'll take care of those. Just like I'll switch the bug of Bullet Bronson come January 28th. But let's also announce this. Again, Bullet, he talks the biggest game for as small as he is, and I did take his mask, but yet the past 7 months.
I got to interrupt. Jaron just joined in from Indie Talk. He say, "Look at these 2 nerds."
Well, speaking of nerds,
Jaron, but only one of us is wearing glasses, and he's actually the smartest interviewer I've ever dealt with, unlike you, because he shows me respect to not let other people come on the show when it's my featured time. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to be all about Matthias and Pete King.
Yep. And Michael seems to be asking the good questions.
The very smart, true questions. But let's just ask this question to Mr. Bullet Bronson. So Bullet, what happened last time I kicked your head off at WGW? Where have you been? Have you tried to come after me for this championship? Have you tried to come after me and get your mask back? No. You've been hiding in the shadows. And that's where the whole ass kissing came along, because if it wasn't for Greg Hertz, you wouldn't even have an opportunity in All Out Pro Wrestling. Yet, you have a shot against me for this baby. All because you just leaned over a couple of inches and pucked your lips right on that gross, gray-haired, wrinkly butt of the leader of the nation, who I also, if I may say, in the same night, I beat him in less than 3 minutes. I beat the champion in less than 45 seconds, and I beat everybody on the APW roster in less than 5 minutes in a battle royal. So what makes your little brain think that you even have a remote shot of me in this APW title, let alone that I've got the owner standing beside me the entire way?
I think Greg Hertz must have rattled his noggin way too much for him to even think of picking Bullet Bronson to go up against you. I mean, seriously, what is he thinking?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that I said the brain damage must have been far too great, for the fact of the matter is, I must have, like I said, scrambled his brains when I hit him with that roll of quarters, because he thinks the next worthy challenger is a 5'0"
Mouse.
bearded boy in spandex by the name of Bullet Bronson? Like, what kind of name is that?
Yeah. What kind of name is
Like,
that?
Matthias speaks respect. Matthias speaks Greek god. Matthias speaks everybody's greatest dream. When you hear Bullet Bronson, I think of a kid.
Sounds generic.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds generic to me. And I'll tell you guys one thing, if I was at that APW show, my brother would be filming that match and I'll be posting all over YouTube.
Oh, trust me, Michael, trust me. I will be recording every single beautiful second of the destruction of Bullet Bronson. From every chair shot, every kendo stick smash, every cake sheet hit, every chop, every punch, every kick, every power bomb, every table smash, everything will be recorded and sent your way.
Gift wrap even with a nice little bow.
Yeah. And Bullet Bronson is still running his mouth. He's like,
yeah, he don't know when to shut up.
He doesn't
Okay,
know
so
when to
is
shut
that
up.
blaming another wrestler for choosing his name?
Hell, even Rampage Santana is even 10 times better than him.
Yeah.
Rampage,
Yeah.
I can actually show respect to, because he also sees the true talent in Matthias, and he also has given me the proper respect. Yet we have not had more than one match together, which is very unfortunate. But I see Matthias versus Rampage Santana for the MAWTV title. I can picture it. That's the main event. Right after I, of course, retain my beautiful APW World Championship.
I've had Rampage on one of our shows once before, and I've tried bringing him in a few different times. Just circumstances just never came about. So maybe 2023 will be something where we can get you go up against Rampage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though we know who's gonna still win, but
of course.
And like I said, if that match ever comes to fruition, I would like to actually be there for that, because I've been wanting to go to the APW shows for quite some time now. I just haven't getting the opportunity,
Well, if you want to show up, I think me and my investor can make sure you get a front row seat to one of our shows.
Yep, on me.
Okay.
The front row.
Yep. Okay. We'll work something out. We'll work something out. Now, so far, nobody has interrupted Matthias just yet. Bullet Bronson tried to, but it backfired.
It's always the little cockroaches, man, that want to follow and interfere in what they should be. It's rather annoying, because Bullet Bronson has not only been a thorn in my side, not only has he been a little bug that I just can't seem to squish, he's just been just the most annoying pest, like a mold on the wall, like the mold on a piece of cheese that you just can't seem to get rid of because the stench is always there. And my God, he is one of the, I don't even know how to describe him, especially in that ring, because he runs around and he thinks he's living this dream as a pro wrestler, yet he has to bend over and kiss up to everybody to get his opportunities, yet I'm the one that presents my talent, goes to these shows, and earns everything fair and square. People want to say I cheat. Well, guess what? Edge was the ultimate opportunist, and
Yeah.
I've only been taking opportunities that have been presented to me. And as you can clearly see by this beautiful piece of gold around my waist, it's been pretty successful.
Yeah, opportunity came knocking, and look what happened.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, you guys. I'm still reading the comments. They said one of them says Michael needs a ride to the show, and Matthias will pay for it. And it's like, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. We haven't made it official yet, so.
We can squeeze out those little details because, again, as I said, Michael, you're the only one that's been showing me the proper respect as champion. So you know what? Respect comes, respect is given. Unlike the guys at Indie Talk who proceed to let everybody invade on my show and they think it's just fun and games when this is actually a serious program. And you're showing me as champion the proper respect, not let these little pests invade the main event.
Mm-hmm. And you know something? They know who I am. Because let me tell you something. Michael's Corner has been around for a very long time. Way before Indie Talk came to the picture, or State of Pro Wrestling, or Heel Turn Radio. So they know who I am.
And I see Bullet decided to disrespect your Michael's Corner by saying any talk is better.
Oh, you know something? Yeah, again,
Disrespect.
that's so disrespectful. And that's the reason why I'm not going to interview him.
Exactly.
Because he's always showing disrespect.
He sees that you're going to show me the proper respect, and you're inviting a true talented wrestler on your show, and yet he's trying to constantly invade this show and be on it, but yet then he's going to get and throw a little temper tantrum and say Indie Talk is better.
And it's like, what the hell, dude? I say,
Indie Talk is hosted by a college nerd and an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa, exactly. Oompa Loompa. I'll show who Oompa Loompa is when I show up to a PW show unexpected.
Oh?
You know who I am.
You know why.
In fact, you can even join me to one time as I defend my beautiful championship. You show up, you're in.
And you watch your mouth, Bullet Bronson. You watch who you talking to. Remember who pays your you know what.
Because it sure ain't himself and his talent, I tell you what.
Oh my God.
I know who Bull gets paid by. It's Greg Hurts.
The guy that wears pink. And if I'm not mistaken, Pete, people want to down talk me and say, oh, you're only this because of Pete. Well, here's the thing, guys. If you would show the people that you know is going to help you succeed the proper respect, they're going to give you opportunities. And if you fail to take them, that's on you. So if everybody wants to mock us for being investor and investment, then what about Bullet Bronson and his sugar daddy, because he called him sexy for some reason. I don't understand it.
And the funny thing is he called you sexy, and you know it, and he got banned from Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what's wrong with Facebook right now. I say some stuff, and I say some stuff like I'm going to chop him like crazy, and then all of a sudden Facebook bans me. Oh my God.
You know what?
Bans me for doing this, but it always backfires. It backfires on them.
Well, as you could see here, Bullet Bronson just said, Greg's money is pretty nice, and he got me first-class ticket. Good grammar, by the way. He knows how to treat talent. Did that come with a booster seat, little boy?
And here's the thing, is Matthias doesn't need to be bothered by people while he's flying in to Wisconsin. He flies in on his own jet.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta look fly.
He's just like Ric Flair. Limousine driving, jet flying, son of a gun.
Wheeling and dealing, son of a gun. Because as he always once said, to be the man,
you gotta beat the man.
The man. And I so far am undefeated in APW, and I plan January 28th to stay that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask you this question before I was rudely interrupted by goddamn Bullet Bronson.
That damn
Bullet Bronson. That's going to be stuck in my head all night. Well, oh my God.
Well, go ahead, sir. Kindly ask your question to the champion. I'm waiting to answer.
All right. So, what does Matthias do on his off day? What do you do on your off days?
Well, as you know, Matthias is very popular and very wanted by many people. So if I'm not out delivering beer to the local bars of Fargo, North Dakota, or in the great state of Minnesota, I'm also, relaxing at home, watching my wrestling or trying to get into a ring or punching a bag, feeling like it's Bullet Bronson, just getting to just break my knuckles on his face. Or, I'm in the ring or I'm doing security work at a bar, trying to pretend that I'm, every time I'm beating the snot out of a drunk individual, I'm pretending it's Bullet Bronson or an opponent of mine, to where if I break their neck, oops, then I can learn not to do that in the ring. So, that's basically all I do is I play football, I wrestle, I'm a security guard, and I deliver beer.
I am seeing what Jaron has, comment on. He says, well, accordingly to the Will picture, the sire of Wrestler of the Year fates, P.D. Brown is the man.
Well, Jaron, it's kind of funny because how many pictures or how many shows of PDs have you been at? And how many times have you so-called cheered on the man? How many times have you asked to take a picture with him? Yet every time you come to one of my shows, you always try to get a picture with me, and you always try to suck up because, as you know, I'm a part of one of Indie Talk's biggest shows to date. Most comments, most views. Unfortunately, it was mostly interrupted, but that's fine.
We unfortunately had to see Greg Kurtz without his shirt too.
Oh.
That was sorry. Sorry. I threw up in my mouth a little. Sorry.
God. Well, yeah. Just gonna erase that memory for good, please. Thank you.
Yeah. We don't want to scar Matthias for life.
Because it's bad enough that I got to talk about Bullet Bronson and speaking the truth of him kissing his ass. But yeah, now I got to think about him on Shirtless. I'm pretty sure he feeds Bullet Bronson too, and that just doesn't. I don't want to think about that because he's a little. He's a little.
Yeah, Bullet Bronson needs to shut his damn mouth. He needs to shut his damn mouth because he likes to run his mouth. He's like, he just beat you not too long ago, though. Well, oh my God. Just shut up, Bullet Bronson.
Let me just ask Bullet, how many shows has he been on recently? Oh, that's right. None.
No.
How many bookings do I get? Not only am I on BZW, but I'm on APW, the best. I'm on AWF. I'm on so many promotions and so many people are asking to hear from me. Where has Bullet Bronson been? Oh, in his one of his last comments, he's been in hiding, preparing for this one match that he gets because then he knows that once he's done, he's going to have to retire because everybody is going to look at that fugly mug and he can never wear a mask again.
Yeah. And you know something, How many podcasts have you been on a lot? Let's see. You've been on Any Talk more times than him, that Bullet Bronson. You on my show for the first time. It won't be the last.
Damn right. That because when I retain my title, we can partially mourn the career Bullet Bronson. We can give him like a 20-second piece of not even 20 seconds. Let's give him 2 seconds of silence so we can giggle and we can think about how hard we're gonna laugh when we know that Bullet Bronson's career has been ended.
We could almost do a Candlelight Virgil.
We could do that. We could do that.
And I tell you what, I hope your match gets filmed because I would like to see Matthias. I like to see you retain that title and see you unmax that. Bullet.
And believe me, once I get it to hit him, when I take, let me just bring this beauty up really fast before I forget. So when I get to use this little pretty on Bullet Bronson's back, I will say this is for Michael, and I will actually probably break this over his puny little child-sized back. Or maybe I'll just take this beautiful crafted steel chair and we can call in a little bit.
We can put Michael's name on there. Michael's corner.
You guys can put my name on it because that Bullet Bronson. Oh my God!
I will sign it personally to Michael's corner from your champion, Matthias.
Yeah.
Or wait, maybe Bullet. Now that when I beat you on the 28th, I know there's just one mask you're going to be able to wear.
I love it.
Because not only were you my little sheep, followed me throughout the industry, but now that nobody is going to have to see your fugly little mug, you can just wear exactly what you are. You can show your true identity. The sheep of the pro wrestling industry that once was Bullet Bronson.
And then the nerve of him saying 3-on-3. What kind of friends he has? Come on now. Please humor me.
Yeah,
what?
I actually want to hear what kind of partners he has for a 3-on-3 match. First of all, he expects Pete to get in the ring. Pete doesn't need to get in a ring because Pete already has the brains. So if we want to do a 3-on-3, I'll just take care of everything. That's fine. I don't need to worry about Pete's safety. And if you want to join in on this, Michael, you're more than welcome to. we can have a 3-on-3 match. But we got to figure out who Bullet's supposed friends are.
Oh my
we know that he kisses up to Greg Hurts, so there's one right there.
Two partners.
Yeah.
Greg Hurts is left butt cheek and right butt cheek because he's always swimming right up the middle.
Bullet Bronson, shut your mouth.
James Ellsworth? I know James Ellsworth. I know James Ellsworth as well. I had him on a show a couple years ago, my friend. I'm good with James Ellsworth, so I don't think so.
And then here's the thing. Bullet Bronson, too, as he just mentioned, he is living in the past because he worked for James Ellsworth once, and so did I because I was on that show as well. and it's funny because he always wants to dwell on that one little event. Oh, I worked for James Ellsworth. Congratulations, pal. I'm going up against Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express on February 5th in Fargo, North Dakota. Do you see me dwindling on that? No, because that's going to be an easy victory and I'm going to move on. James Ellsworth was just a no-chin loser of the WWE that got his so-called own wrestling promotion, and he was smart enough to book me, but he wasn't smart enough to check on me first. So when I got to kick his chin even further in, he wasn't prepared.
And Bullet Bronson, shut your mouth once again. He said, you're living in the past of taking my mask.
Okay, so let me clarify that. How am I living in the past? When I took your identity, I'm just stating pure fact. I'm not dwelling on the one event because you see, as you already see, I have the APW World Heavyweight Championship. I've got a match against you, but I've also got many a good opponents up in the future. I'm not living on the fact that I have your mask. I'm just stating the fact that I have your mask. And I don't plan to give it up. In fact, I'm going to add that to my collection on January 28th. Because, see, you have turned your back and ran from me ever since I took that mask. I have not seen or heard of anything of you ever since I took your mask until I get a call from Greg Hurts saying that I've got to defend my title against his little boy. That is the last time. It's been 7 months since I've heard from that pest. And now I've got to do it again.
You know, one thing is you're not really dwelling on your past. You're cherishing. Because look what you've done since last June. You took the title you took the title and put Shane Foster on the shelf.
For good.
For good. And then for the rest of the year, you've been taking names and going from there.
Mm-hmm. And once again, Matthias, Bullet Bronson showing me disrespect when he commented hashtag Team Indie Talk. So disrespectful. He don't know when to shut his mouth.
You know what, Bullet Bronson? You know what? If you want to get in on a 6-man tag team match, if you want to do a 6-man tag team match, if you want to bring your two little friends, Jesse and Jiren in on this, and if they want to step in the ring with North Dakota's #1 Bill, let's do it. I'll take all three if you want.
Oh my God! And what's funny is Pete that Jesse put in the comment is, did Pete adopted me? Oh my goodness! He likes to stir the pot.
I started that whole stirring the pot thing with those guys, so he can't be copywriting that.
Yeah. Yeah, and Boy Bros just keep disrespecting me, and I'm reading the comments. Michael, you gotta give respect to earn it. You haven't given me any. Well, why? Why should I give you my respect? You've been
Michael knows what a good thing is, and that's Matthias.
Michael
you've
knows
been
what true talent is. Michael knows who deserves respect. Michael knows who deserves everything in his future, in his past, his present. Michael knows who has earned the right to be on Michael's prestigious show, Michael's Corner. And I'm sorry, little child, you can live your little childhood dream and you could throw your little temper tantrums just because he won't let you on. But until you've earned the right to be on his show, all you're going to get is a finger right where you know it's going to go.
thank you, Matthias, because you know something. I have interviewed some of the greatest wrestlers. I mean, the greatest wrestlers in the Midwest and Wisconsin. Why the hell am I? With, how the hell am I gonna put him on after the disrespect he has shown me? Really, really?
But it's like Matthias. It's like Matthias said. What has he done lately?
No, not a damn thing.
The little man has tucked his tail and ran away. Not only, okay, so he did not just stay in North Dakota. No, he ran all the way to Michigan because he didn't want the people seeing his true identity, which I find to be very smart. Because, again, who wants to look at that? Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. No, thank you.
Can't it be any worse than Greg Hurts without a shirt?
They're pretty much about the same there, pal. I have to admit.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
pretty about the same.
See, I know Greg Hurts a long time. And every time he does that,
Heads up.
I'd be like the same thing. Just wear a bra.
Guess what? My Wi-Fi's going to cut out for a second here. Just giving you a heads up. Just showing you the respect you've been
showing.
Well, you might be losing him, Michael.
Yeah, I'm losing him. No!
No.
I can't lose him.
It must be his complex. Go back.
Yeah, go back. Oh, man. I'm losing him.
You see the wheels spinning?
Yeah, I see it.
Well,
maybe
we lost him.
Yeah, let me talk to you while he's
tries to get back on. Yeah.
So like I was saying, I do want to go to your shows one of these days. It's just that, transportation and people suggest I take a plane. No.
We have tons of talent that are starting to come from the academy and from the Minneapolis area. So it's we hook you up with some academy guys. You can always ride with them.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be great because get to meet them because the academy I heard a lot of good things about them, and I'm sure they won't have a problem with with me tagging along with them because I've been showing the proper respect, for them. So,
Right.
Oh, let me see if I can get Matthias back up.
I might as well just drop the bomb. Oh,
Amp is back, boys.
Yep.
Hey, look what we got.
Yeah, we got Matthias
The
back.
champ is still here, even though his Wi-Fi decided to crap out on him.
Yeah, we was talking about that. So.
I thought I'd give you guys the heads up before I headed out. So.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Where are you off to there, champ?
Well,
Yeah.
as last time, champ's got to go spend the losers at the windbreak.
Wow.
So I'm gonna drive for a little bit, and I'm gonna chit chat with y'all before I have to go in and perform at ladies.
Okay.
Now.
All right. So let me ask you this. So if it were up to you, besides Bullet Bronson, who now that Pete King is here, because you know, I respect him. You know, I can bring him on, but who do you want to face if given the opportunity?
Well, if given the opportunity, the people that I think deserve a match against Matthias, whether for the title or not, mind you, I'd ever take a challenge against a man like Paul Verk.
Yes, please.
Someone like him. Maybe, let's see, honestly, I've been good friends with one of the members of the Summit by the name of Demetrius, Daredevil Derek Fury.
Yeah.
Him and I have been friends for a number of years, and I've never been able
I just talked to him today.
Oh.
Yep. Demetrius actually had a little hand in some of Matthias's training.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, about him, or, does it have to be people of, like, current wrestling, or people that passed, or what do you think?
It could be Matthias, it could be anybody. It could be anybody.
Okay. Well, let's say if it goes power for power. Well, first off, I've been told that I'm a lot like MJF, which I take ultimate respect to because MJF is one of the greatest heels in wrestling today. No question.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You remind me of him every time, yeah, you remind me of MJF. Yep.
So if I ever could, MJF, if him and I could go one-on-one, that would be great. But if I could go with somebody that's my size, I would definitely think that me and Rock or me and Roman could do something really good because it's power for power. For smaller people-wise, I've already had to crush Bullet Bronson multiple times.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to hear. Is Bullet Bronson.
I would say if I ever could have wrestled a man like Eddie Guerrero, that would have been a dream. But honestly, if I could have and I really wanted to, I would have honestly liked to tag team again with Damon Knight. Or if I could have, I would have loved to wrestle Jason Strife.
Okay. Oh, I just missed some of the comments that what Jaron said. He said, we respect Matthias. It's just that we got hacked a few times by someone claiming to be one of Matthias' biggest fans.
So are you saying that Michael is smarter than you? Because if I do recall, to get on someone's Facebook Live, you have to request to be on the video. So if their name pops up and it doesn't say Matthias is #1 fan, and you let Greg Hertz on, what's that about?
Interesting.
Yeah.
We got hacked. All right. Yeah.
And Jaron knows I respect Jaron. I respect Jaron and Jesse. And it's like, I know, okay, at first I was a little skeptical because I didn't know who Matthias was. And it's like, okay, yeah, I might have challenged you and whatnot, but now I see who you are and whatnot. I've been showing you a lot of respect.
Oh yeah.
And it's like we talked about this prior for you being on here tonight. It's like, okay, I made you a promise that if I put you on a show and you'll show me respect, and so far you're doing a good job.
Well,
And I'm just a wrestling fan. Some you got you I can cheer and boo my favorite, guys, my favorite wrestlers. And if I want to, like I said in the post, if I want to go heel on here, you bet your bottom dollar I will go heel.
Michael Mode.
Yeah. If I want to go face, I'm going to go face. Because I've been doing this a long time, you guys. I've been doing this a long time. And I tell them, whenever I'm doing these episodes and whatnot, they got to realize. They got to realize. If I want to be face on here, I'm going to be face. If I want to be heel on here, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be a heel.
Well, I'll tell you this, Michael, and this is out of respect and everything. Of all the veterans that I've brought in, or that I have on the roster, like let's say Steve Stardom, and Greg Hertz, Zach Neal, a lot of the ones that have been wrestling for a long time, they know and respect you. So that's much respect.
Yes. And every wrestler who I interviewed over the years showed me that proper respect. Even some of the guys were talking about me in the back saying, "Oh, Michael did this interview with me," and they thank me and for the opportunity, because if it wasn't for me, doing this, who would who's gonna do this? Who's gonna be, because I do this for a hobby. This is my favorite hobby. This is my favorite thing to do is interview wrestlers. That's where I pay my money. I pay my ticket, so I expect something in return. If I want to interview some wrestler, I can interview some of the wrestlers.
Well, I'll tell you this. Whenever you get to an APW show, whether it's January 28th, March 25th, or any shows in 2023, whatever one you want to get to, we'll reserve you a front row seat, my brother.
Yep. And like I said, I will bring my stance, because I have a phone. I have a phone stance, and I also have a microphone. I have my microphone, and I have a cord that is 11 feet long.
Oh.
What I'm saying is, once I defend my APW World Heavyweight Championship, you and I are going to do a live Michael's Corner?
Yes. Yes. And Pete can join. He can join, and we can do an in-person interview, and we can both join, all three of us.
Sounds like a mega.
But I do got to ask you this one last question before you go, and that is, oh my God, if I hear that name, Bullet Bronson, one more time, oh my.
He's the little pipsqueak.
And from what I tell in his little profile picture, oh my goodness.
I promise I will never mention that Rugrats name again.
Oh my God. Oh, Terrence says, "Oh, live Michael's Corner with Matthias."
What?
Meaning
Meaning he's saying that Michael's Corner will be live with Matthias after he defend the title.
Well, you see,
Yes, that's right.
Michael Jaron is the only one that's shown me the proper respect, so I'm more than willing to get him down. You and Jesse have completely ignored me and Pete's invites to these shows, and you've completely shut us down, where Michael is actually showing of great interest to come to my show. So we are going to get him there ourselves.
One way or another, he's getting to our shows.
Mm-hmm. Well, Matthias, I gotta say thank you so much for taking your time to do this. And you always welcome to be on here anytime.
You let me know whenever you want to talk, man. Did you have one more question to ask or no?
You got things to do, and you got things to do.
And ask that question.
Huh?
Ask that question, man. I got time.
Oh, okay. Well, do you? I don't know if I asked you this, but do you? Are you like? Do you like playing video games?
As a matter of fact, back when I was younger, before I knew about wrestling, I was all about video games. I mean, I kept up my beautiful physique. That's why I was still the man from every woman's greatest dream, even when I was younger. But when I was younger, I did partake in a few video games.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm a little bit of old school. I go back to the old Nintendo, Sega Genesis days.
Mm-hmm. I'm a
I'm
little old school too. I still got my, and people are gonna be shocked when I say this. I still got my PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, and now I got PlayStation 5.
Oh my God, I remember buying my first PlayStation 1 system. The first time it came out, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. I remember playing PlayStation 1 game 2, and I broke the system. Not the system of the wrestler, but I broke the game console, and I was so pissed.
Yeah. I went from
PlayStation 2, when that PlayStation 2 came out, I'm talking about when that PlayStation 2 came out, I played that like hell. And
when I got done with my PlayStation 1 and I went to Xbox, the original Xbox, and thank God I didn't get the Ring of Fire, the Red Ring.
No.
Okay. Yes, Jen, PlayStation 2. Yep, I love PlayStation 2. I still got it. I still have it. It's just that I haven't played it in years. Maybe I should get back into that, playing the retro wrestling games.
Well, how about when we get done with our interview, you go, heck, if I could, I would jump on some SmackDown versus Raw myself.
Yeah, when I'm done with this interview, maybe I should. I'm gonna go back with playing that WWE 2K22.
Okay.
I gotta play some more of that. So, okay, well, all right, well, that's all the questions that I have for you. If anything comes up, Matthias, let me know and I'll get you on here again.
Well, if you're down to talk this upcoming Sunday about my win in the Royal Purge for EWI, or if you want to do a live Michael's Corner the day after I successfully defend my APW World Heavyweight Championship against he who shall not be named, I would be more than honored to join you on this show once again as we mourn the loss of the career of not gonna say it, of he who shall not be named.
All right. I'll definitely do that.
I just want to make one thing clear. January 28th, Blizzard Bash 2. We can now confirm, and this is on Michael's Corner. Drop it. Blizzard Bash 2 will now be at Parkview Elementary School in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Gates open at 5, action starts at 6. And like that pink doofus always says, if you got plans, change them.
Mm-hmm. I see Alex Finley is just joined right before we end the interview.
Ah, damn it, Alex. You know what? All right, next time he can comment on our little show.
Yeah. Yeah, don't.
He'll have to wait till after the 28th.
I'll have him on after he defeats that you know what.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Matthias, where can people follow you on social media?
Well, of course, you can follow me on ND #1 Heel Matthias on Instagram. You have been so kind as to share my social media, posting about our upcoming interview, which was tonight. Or if you go on Facebook.com, of course, look up Matthias, Matthias, and you will see the profile picture of me with the beautiful APW World Heavyweight Championship. Give a follow there, and I will be sharing not only full matches with you guys when I upload them to YouTube, but I will be sharing promos. I will be sharing all the information where you can find the man from every woman's greatest dream and every man's worst nightmare. North Dakota's #1 heel, Matthias.
What is your YouTube channel? I know you was on YouTube.
Well, actually, the thing was, I created a channel a long time ago. It is actually my shoot name of Eric Matthias, and I post my matches on my YouTube channel.
Okay. All right.
So if you want, I could share you my profile when we get done with this interview before I go in.
Okay. Please do that.
Absolutely. I will make sure I get that to you.
All right. You have a good night.
Yeah, well, when you get to deal with a bunch of drunk people here in about 20 minutes, it's going to be a lot of fun. But you know what? I make decent money with it, so I can't complain.
All right. All right.
Yeah, give some practice with those guys so you know what to do.
Steal the raft.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, may I just say it has been a pleasure earning or getting the respect that I truthfully deserve on your show tonight. It's been an honor, and I cannot wait to be on the next episode of Michael's Corner.
All right. Thank you.
He'll have the title, too.
Oh, yes. The championship will be with me next time. Again, when I defeat you-know-who in a no-holds-barred match. Mask versus title at All Out Pro Wrestling Blizzard Bash 2.
Yeah. What the blizzard that we had the last couple of days. What the? Yeah. All right.
All right. Good night. Y'all be safe. And the champ is always going to be here, but is out for now.
We'll see you January 28th.
Yeah.
Champ.
See you guys later.
Have a good night there, Michael. Thank you for having me on.
Yep, you too. Well, that was an interesting interview tonight. Like I said, what a great guy is Matthias and Pete and whatnot. And you guys can follow me on social media. Facebook is Michael's Corner. Twitter is @MichaelPam. And YouTube is Michael's Wrestling Channel. And you can follow me on those on social media. And I will see you guys in the next episode of